All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Pokemon, and of course today we've got to talk about the decision by PSA to reopen the Express submission tier, but also to raise the price of that tier significantly. So prior to PSA shutting down, they had already doubled their prices essentially for every service level, and Express was $75 to begin with. They wound up doubling that to $150, and I believe that was March when they did that. So it only lasted a very short period of time between the price doubling and the shutdown of PSA. So I was surprised to learn that when they added Express back, they increased that price even more to $200. I wasn't surprised that they added Express back, though, because we basically saw that with the complete through dates. Express was the thing that they were closest to catching up on completely. So that was likely the first thing that they were going to reopen, and we talked about that, and we predicted that in a video maybe a month or so ago that Express would be the first to reopen. And actually, let's go over to the complete through dates over here. So if you look at the complete through dates, these are basically the dates of the orders that they have caught up to. So Economy is actually complete as well. So Express and Economy are both complete, and it looks like they've made significant progress to me on the regular tier list. They're caught up through March 7th. So they're getting really close, actually, I think, to really finishing this up. Now, value is what we're still kind of waiting for here. Value TCG is all the way back to September of 2020. So those are the things that we really don't know if we're ever going to see those tiers return at all, because they're still pretty far behind. But it looks like Economy will probably be next to be added. And then regular, it looks like I said, the 7th of March. So we'll see what happens with those. But I would expect maybe an announcement. Like they said, they're going to do a tiered approach. So maybe once a month, they're going to open up a new tier. And I would expect that Economy would be the next one that they do. Now, let's go back to the actual update itself. So in their July update, this is what they said. July 1st is here, and as stated on March 30th, we are reintroducing service levels on a tiered approach. After customer surveying data analysis, and much consideration, we are going to be even more conservative than we anticipated in March. Today, Express is back at $200 and available on the PSA Online Submission Center. Our objective with reintroducing Express at this new price is to manage demand while continuing to allocate the lion's share of our capacity to the existing backlog. And they say during the past 3 months, they've devoted 98% of our available capacity to the backlog. So here's what I think about this. So basically, I can see it from two sides. From the customer side, I think the price is extremely high. I think it's ridiculously high. And I thought them doubling it in the first place, while it was probably justified for a price increase, I thought doubling it was a bit much. But even going further than to double it, I think now is a pretty substantial hike. So on the customer side, I do think it's ridiculously high, and I think it's very expensive. Now, from the business side, I see it a little bit differently. They're trying to meet demand. They know that people want them to open up. With BGS shut down too, nobody really has anywhere to send the cards that they're getting right now. If you got a raw card and you want to get it graded, you're kind of SOL. So they kind of wanted to address that demand with their customer base by giving them at least a cheaper option than the $300 Super Express that they had on there. So they're giving you at least a cheaper option to get your cards sent in. And it looks like they will continue to offer cheaper options, maybe one a month they're going to reopen. But so from a business perspective, at least they're trying to give us something, even though they're not completely caught up on the backlog and they're still utilizing a lot of their resources trying to catch up on that backlog. Now, another thing here is I think they're testing how big the demand really is. This is an extreme price. I think they know this is an extreme price. $200 per card to submit to get graded Express with PSA. It's almost an absurd cost per card. So what I think by saying it's a test is that I think they want to see how high the demand is, meaning how many people are willing to pay $200 a card for the Express tier that not even 6 months ago was only $75 a card. How many people are willing to pay that crazy hike? And if they still get a crazy flood of orders at $200 a card, that will tell them the demand is still crazy high. So when we reintroduce these other tiers, maybe we can raise the prices on those too, because this is where it's just where the demand is. Now, the bad thing about this, even if it is just a test, I don't see any grading company ever moving backwards on any of these prices ever again. So if they make a jump that seems a bit extreme, like the $200, I don't see PSA ever going backwards on that price point once they learn that the demand is high enough that people are going to continue paying a price point like that. So I think it's just going to continue to get even more and more expensive. And I think probably where this is headed is even on the value levels, even on the lowest level. I think all across the board, I think it's not going to be cheaper than $50 a card by the end of the year to submit to any grading company. I think that's what we're looking at by the end of the year with any company. So that's going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. I do want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below about this recent PSA news. It's good that they reopened. I think it is a good thing, and I am going to, or at least reopen a tier. I'm going to submit probably 5 cards. So 5 cards would be $1,000. I'm going to pick my best 5 cards that I've got sitting around in card savers and send those in just to get another submission, just to get it in there. So I will submit something. So I am glad to have it back, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you think this is ridiculously high? Do you think it's a fair price? Do you understand? Let me know in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up if you did in fact enjoy it, and please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet already. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Pokemon signing out.